Question 1. What does a flashing amber light at a pelican crossing indicate? A. You must stop and wait for a green light. B. Give way to pedestrians, then proceed if clear. C. Proceed quickly before the light changes. D. Pedestrians are not allowed to cross. Answers is B. Give way to pedestrians, then proceed if clear. A flashing amber light at a pelican crossing means you must give way to any pedestrians on the crossing. If the crossing is clear and safe, you may proceed. Question 2. What does this sign mean? A. Give way to oncoming traffic. B. Stop and give way. C. No entry for vehicles. D. Speed limit ahead. Answers is B. Stop and give way. This sign indicates stop and give way. You must stop at the stop line, even if you can see nothing, and give way to traffic on the main road before proceeding. Question 3. When are you allowed to use the hard shoulder on a motorway? A. To overtake slow-moving traffic. B. To make a phone call. C. In an emergency or breakdown. D. To drop off passengers. Answers is C. In an emergency or breakdown. The hard shoulder is only for genuine or breakdowns. It should not be used for general driving, stopping to rest, or making phone calls. Question 4. What action should you take when you see this sign? A. Speed up to clear the area. B. Be prepared to stop for pedestrians. C. Overtake any stationary vehicles. D. Sound your horn to warn others. Answers is B. Be prepared to stop for pedestrians. This sign warns of a pedestrian crossing ahead. You should slow down, be prepared to stop, and look out for pedestrians who may be crossing or about to cross. Question 5. What does this sign indicate? A. Recommended speed is 50. B. Maximum speed limit is 50. C. Minimum speed limit is 50. D. End of speed restriction. Answers is B. Maximum speed limit is 50. This is a prohibitory sign indicating the maximum speed limit is 50 either or depending on context, but usually in the you must not exceed this speed. Question 6. What is the primary purpose of braking system ABS? A. To shorten braking distances. B. To maintain steering control when braking. C. To prevent tire wear. D. To assist with acceleration. Answers is B. To maintain steering control when braking. ABS helps prevent the wheels from locking up under heavy braking, allowing the driver to maintain steering control. It doesn't necessarily shorten braking distances. Question 7. What does this sign mean for goods vehicles? A. Goods vehicles only. B. No overtaking for goods vehicles. C. Goods vehicles must use this lane. D. End of goods vehicle restriction. Answers is B. No overtaking for goods vehicles. This sign prohibits goods vehicles from overtaking other motor vehicles, with some exceptions for slow-moving bicycles or road maintenance vehicles. Question 8. When is it permissible to overtake on the left? A. Always if the lane is clear. B. In slow-moving queues of traffic. C. Only if the driver in front signals right. D. Never, it is always illegal. Answers is B. In slow-moving queues of traffic. You should normally overtake on the right. However, in slow-moving traffic queues, if traffic on your right is moving more slowly or has stopped, you may pass on the left. Question 9. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. Road closed ahead. B. Roundabout ahead. C. Sharp bend to the right. D. One-way street. Answers is B. Roundabout ahead. This sign is a mandatory sign, indicating a roundabout circular intersection ahead. Drivers must give way to traffic already on the roundabout from their right, unless otherwise. Question 10. What should you do if you accidentally take the wrong exit on a motorway? A. Reverse back to the correct exit. B. Continue to the next exit. And C. Stop on the hard shoulder and ask for directions. D. Make a U-turn at the next safe opportunity. Answers is B. Continue to the next exit. And if you take the wrong exit, you should continue to the next exit or junction and find a safe and legal way to your route. Never reverse on a motorway. Question 11. What does this sign primarily warn drivers about? A. Steep hill ahead. B. Uneven road surface. C. Road closed for repairs. D. Speed camera zone. Answers is B. Uneven road surface. This sign warns drivers of an uneven road ahead. You should slow down and be prepared for bumps or dips in the road surface, which could affect your control. Question 12. What does this sign indicate? A. Motorway service area. B. Start of a residential area. C. Tourist information point. D. No-through road. Answers is B. Start of a residential area. This sign marks the beginning of a residential area, often known as a living zone or home zone. Special rules usually apply, such as lower speed limits and greater consideration for pedestrians and children. Question 13. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A. One-way street ahead. B. No entry for vehicles. C. Road closed for emergency. D. Give way to oncoming traffic. Answers is B. No entry for vehicles. This sign means no entry. It typically indicates that vehicles are prohibited from entering that specific road or lane from the direction of the sign. You must not proceed past it. Question 14. What should you be aware of when driving in heavy rain? A. Increased engine performance. B. Stopping distances. C. Visibility and aquaplaning risk. D. Better tire grip on the road. Answers is C. Visibility and aquaplaning risk. Heavy rain significantly reduces visibility, making it harder to see other vehicles and hazards. There's also an increased risk of aquaplaning, where tires lose grip on wet surfaces. Question 15. What does this sign tell you about the road ahead? A. Steep descent ahead. B. Steep ascent ahead. C. Uneven road surface. D. Road narrows from left. Answers is B. Steep ascent ahead. This sign warns of a steep ascent uphill gradient ahead. You may need to select a lower gear to maintain power and control, especially if your vehicle is heavily loaded. Question 16. What must you do before making a U-turn? A. Sound your horn. B. Ensure it is safe, legal and clear. C. Only do it in a residential area. D. Accelerate quickly to complete it. Answers is B. Ensure it is safe, legal and clear. Before making a U-turn, you must ensure it is safe, legal, and that you have a clear view of approaching traffic. Never make a U-turn where it is prohibited or unsafe. Question 17. What does this sign indicate? A. No entry ahead. B. Proceed straight ahead only. C. Turn right ahead. D. U-turn is permitted. Answers is B. Proceed straight ahead only. This mandatory sign indicates that you must proceed straight ahead only. You are not permitted to turn left, right, or make a U-turn at this junction or point. Question 18. What does this sign signify for drivers? A. Rough road surface. B. Slippery road ahead. C. Road works ahead. D. Loose chippings. Answers is B. Slippery road ahead. This sign warns of a slippery road ahead. You should reduce your speed, avoid sudden braking or steering, and increase your following distance, especially in wet or icy conditions. Question 19. What must you check before driving if your vehicle has ABS? A. The fuel level is high. B. That the ABS warning light goes out. C. The air conditioning is working. D. All windows are closed. Answers is B. That the ABS warning light goes out. When you start your vehicle, the ABS warning light illuminates briefly and then goes out. If it stays on, it indicates a fault with the ABS system, and you should have it checked. Question 20. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Road widening ahead. B. Road narrows on both sides. C. Road. D. Temporary road closure. Answers is B. Road narrows on both sides. This warning sign indicates that the road ahead narrows from both sides. You should be prepared to reduce speed and possibly give way to oncoming traffic. Question 21. What does this sign mean? A. Stop ahead. B. Give way. C. No entry. D. Priority over oncoming traffic. Answers is B. Give way. This is a give way sign. You must give way to traffic on the main road before proceeding. Be prepared to stop if necessary to allow other vehicles to pass. Question 22. What does this sign indicate about vehicle access? A. Motorcycles only. B. No entry for all vehicles. C. Priority for public transport. D. Parking prohibited. Answers is B. No entry for all vehicles. This sign, a red circle with a white horizontal bar, means no entry or movement prohibited. No vehicles are allowed to enter the road or area beyond the sign. Question 23. What does this sign indicate about the road condition? A. Dangerous dip ahead. B. Road hump or speed bump. C. Steep descent. D. Uneven road surface. Answers is B. Road hump or speed bump. This warning sign indicates a road hump or speed bump ahead. You should reduce your speed significantly to avoid damage to your vehicle or loss of control. Question 24. When approaching a bus that has stopped at a bus stop, what should you do? A. Overtake immediately if clear. B. Watch for pedestrians getting on or off. C. Sound your horn to alert passengers. D. Speed up to pass before it moves. Answers is B. Watch for pedestrians getting on or off. When a bus stops, passengers may be getting on or off, and some might cross the road in front or behind the bus. You should slow down and be prepared for pedestrians emerging. Question 25. What does this sign indicate about the traffic flow? A. Two-way traffic ahead. B. One-way street. C. No entry for vehicles. D. End of priority road. Answers is B. One-way street. This sign indicates a one-way street. All traffic must flow in the direction shown by the arrow. You must not drive against the flow. Question 26. What should you do if your braking system ABS activates? A. Keep pressing the brake pedal firmly. B. Pump the brake pedal gently. C. Release the brake pedal completely. D. Steer sharply to avoid the hazard. Answers is A. Keep pressing the brake pedal firmly. If ABS activates, you will feel a pulsing sensation through the brake pedal. You should continue to press the brake pedal firmly and steer normally. The ABS will manage the braking. Question 27. What does this sign indicate about the junction? A. Major road ahead. B. Junction with a minor road. C. Roundabout ahead. D. Dead-end road. Answers is B. Junction with a minor road. This sign warns of a junction ahead, where a minor road meets the main road you are on. You should be aware of traffic joining or crossing from the minor road. Question 28. What does this sign mean for drivers? A. Overtaking permitted. B. No overtaking. C. End of no overtaking zone. D. Priority for oncoming traffic. Answers is B. No overtaking. This sign indicates no overtaking. You must not overtake other motor vehicles from this point until the restriction is lifted by an end of no overtaking sign. Question 29. What must you do if you are dazzled by the headlights of an oncoming vehicle? A. Flash your headlights back. B. Slow down or stop if necessary. C. Look directly into the lights. D. Continue driving at the same speed. Answers is B. Slow down or stop if necessary. If dazzled, slow down or stop if necessary. Avoid looking directly at the lights instead. Focus on the edge of the road until the vehicle has passed. Question 30. What does this sign mean for drivers? A. No right turn. B. Turn right ahead. C. Right turn prohibited. D. Straight ahead only. Answers is B. Turn right ahead. This mandatory sign indicates that you must turn right ahead. You are not permitted to go straight, turn left, or make a U-turn. Question 31. What does this sign warn drivers about? A. Adults crossing. B. Children crossing or playing. C. School entrance ahead. D. Pedestrian zone. Answers is B. Children crossing or playing. This sign warns of children nearby, typically indicating a school or playground area. You should reduce speed and be extra vigilant for children who may run into the road. Question 32. What should you consider before driving a long distance? A. Only the amount of fuel. B. Your fitness to drive and vehicle checks. C. Whether the radio works. D. Just the weather forecast. Answers is B. Your fitness to drive and vehicle checks. Before a long journey, ensure you are fit to drive. Also, check your vehicle's oil, water, tires, lights, and fuel. Plan regular brakes. Question 33. What does this sign indicate about the road condition? A. Steep ascent ahead. B. Steep descent ahead. C. Road narrows. D. Hump bridge. Answers is B. Steep descent ahead. This sign warns of a steep descent downhill gradient ahead. You should select a lower gear to use engine braking and avoid overheating your brakes. Question 34. What does this sign indicate to a driver? A. Road for fast traffic only. B. Beginning of a motorway. C. End of national speed limit. D. Toll road ahead. Answers is B, beginning of a motorway. This sign indicates the beginning of a motorway expressway. Specific rules apply to motorways, including minimum speed limits and restrictions on certain vehicle types. Question 35. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Sharp left bend. B. Dangerous curve to the right. C. Roundabout ahead. D. Road narrows. Answers is B. Dangerous curve to the right. This sign warns of a dangerous curve to the right ahead. You should slow down and be prepared to steer through the bend, maintaining a safe and controlled speed. Question 36. When are you permitted to park on a double yellow line? A. After 6 p.m. on weekdays. B. For a maximum of 20 minutes. C. To pick up or drop off passengers. D. If you have a special permit. Answers is C. To pick up or drop off passengers. Double yellow lines mean no waiting at any time. However, you can generally stop briefly to pick up or drop off passengers or goods, provided there are no other restrictions. Question 37. What does this sign mean for drivers? A. No left turn. B. Turn left ahead. C. Left lane closure. D. Straight ahead only. Answers is B. Turn left ahead. This mandatory sign indicates that you must turn left ahead. You are not permitted to go straight, turn right, or make a U-turn at this junction or point. Question 38. What does this sign warn about ahead? A. Pedestrian crossing. B. Cyclists leaving or entering. C. Road closed for cycling event. D. Shared path for pedestrians. Answers is B. Cyclists leaving or entering. This sign warns of cyclists leaving or entering the road ahead. You should be especially vigilant and prepared for cyclists to appear suddenly, particularly at junctions. Question 39. What does this sign signify for drivers of goods vehicles? A. Goods vehicles only. B. No entry for goods vehicles. C. Goods vehicles turn left. D. Minimum speed for goods vehicles. Answers is B. No entry for goods vehicles. This sign prohibits the entry of goods vehicles. Drivers of goods vehicles must find an alternative route. Question 40. What should you do if your vehicle starts to aquaplane? A. Brake hard immediately. B. Ease off the accelerator and don't steer sharply. C. Steer sharply into the skid. D. Accelerate to gain control. Answers is B. Ease off the accelerator and don't steer sharply. If your vehicle aquaplanes, ease off the accelerator and hold the steering wheel straight. Avoid harsh braking or sudden steering movements. The tires will regain grip as speed reduces. Question 41. What does this sign mean for drivers of vehicles with trailers? A. Trailers only beyond this point. B. No entry for vehicles with trailers. C. Trailers must turn right. D. Parking for vehicles with trailers. Answers is B. No entry for vehicles with trailers. This sign prohibits vehicles with trailers from entering the road or area beyond the sign. Drivers with trailers must find an alternative route. Question 42. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Sharp right bend. B. Dangerous curve to the left. C. Roundabout ahead. D. Road merges. Answers is B. Dangerous curve to the left. This sign warns of a dangerous curve to the left ahead. You should reduce your speed and prepare to steer through the bend, maintaining a safe and controlled speed. Question 43. What should you do if you see a broken down vehicle in front of you on a dual carriageway? A. Flash your headlights to warn them. B. Be prepared for sudden braking or swerving. C. Overtake immediately without slowing. D. Pull over behind it to offer help. Answers is B. Be prepared for sudden braking or swerving. Broken down vehicles can cause unexpected hazards. Be prepared for sudden braking, swerving from other drivers or debris on the road. Pass with caution. Question 44. What does this sign mean for the road you're approaching? A. Give way ahead. B. Priority road. C. Stop ahead. D. Road narrows. Answers is B. Priority road. This sign indicates that the road you are on is a priority road. You have priority over traffic from minor roads that are joining or crossing, unless otherwise. Question 45. What should you do when you see this sign? A. Turn left only. B. Proceed straight or turn right. C. No right turn. D. Right turn compulsory. Answers is B. Proceed straight or turn right. This mandatory sign indicates that you must either proceed straight ahead or turn right. You are not permitted to turn left at this junction. Question 46. What should you do when driving past a stationary tram? A. Overtake on the right without hesitation. B. Give way to pedestrians getting on or off. C. Sound your horn to alert pedestrians. D. Accelerate past it quickly. Answers is B. Give way to pedestrians getting on or off. When a tram stops, passengers will be getting on or off. You must give way to them and be prepared for them to cross the road. Pass with extreme caution. Question 47. What does this sign indicate about the road layout? A. Minor road from the left. B. Minor road adjoins from the right. C. Major road ahead. D. Roundabout on the right. Answers is B. Minor road adjoins from the right. This sign warns that a minor road adjoins or merges from the right. Be aware of traffic joining the main road from this side and be prepared to adjust your speed. Question 48. What does this sign mean for cyclists? A. No cycling allowed. B. Cycle track mandatory. C. Cycle route ahead. D. Shared path for cyclists and pedestrians. Answers is B. Cycle track mandatory. This sign indicates a mandatory cycle track. Cyclists must use this track where provided, and other vehicles are generally prohibited from entering it. Question 49. What should you do if your power steering fails while driving? A. Continue driving as normal. B. Grip the wheel firmly and slow down. C. Stop immediately in the middle of the road. D. Pump the steering wheel rapidly. Answers is B. Grip the wheel firmly and slow down. If power steering fails, the steering will become much heavier. Grip the wheel firmly with both hands, slow down gradually, and pull over safely as soon as possible to investigate. Question 50. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. Right turn mandatory. B. No right turn. C. Straight ahead only. D. Right lane closure. Answers is B. No right turn. This prohibitory sign means no right turn. You are not permitted to turn right at the junction or point where this sign is displayed. Question 51. What is the safest way to brake in an emergency without ABS? A. Press the brake pedal as hard as possible. B. Brake firmly and progressively, avoiding wheel lock. C. Apply the handbrake only. D. Pump the brake pedal repeatedly. Answers is B. Brake firmly and progressively, avoiding wheel lock. Without abs, you should brake firmly but progressively, easing off slightly if the wheels begin to lock up. The goal is to maximize braking force without losing steering control. Question 52. What does this sign warn about? A. Railway crossing. B. Railway crossing. C. Tram crossing ahead. D. Level crossing with barriers. Answers is B. Railway crossing. This sign warns of a railway crossing ahead, typically without barriers or gates. Be prepared to stop, look, and listen for trains before crossing. Question 53. What does this sign indicate about the junction? A. Turn right only. B. Proceed straight or turn left. C. No left turn. D. Left turn compulsory. Answers is B. Proceed straight or turn left. This mandatory sign indicates that you must either proceed straight ahead or turn left. You are not permitted to turn right at this junction. Question 54. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A. Maximum speed limit 50. B. Recommended speed 50. C. Minimum speed limit 50. D. End of speed restriction. Answers is B. Recommended speed 50. This sign indicates a recommended speed of 50, or it's not a mandatory limit, but suggests a safe and efficient speed for the conditions. Question 55. What is the purpose of rumble strips on the road? A. To reduce traffic noise. B. To alert drivers of an upcoming hazard. C. To mark parking bays. D. To improve road drainage. Answers is B. To alert drivers of an upcoming hazard. Rumble strips are raised or grooved patterns on the road surface, designed to create noise and vibration when driven over, alerting drivers to approaching hazards like junctions or roundabouts. Question 56. What does this sign prohibit? A. Left turn mandatory. B. No left turn. C. Straight ahead only. D. Left lane closure. Answers is B. No left turn. This prohibitory sign means no left turn. You are not permitted to turn left at the junction or point where this sign is displayed. Question 57. What does this sign mean? A. Slippery road. B. Loose gravel or chippings. C. Road works ahead. D. Uneven road. Answers is B. Loose gravel or chippings. This sign warns of loose gravel or chippings on the road. You should reduce your speed, drive carefully, and be aware of stones potentially being thrown up by other vehicles. Question 58. What is the consequence of driving too close to the vehicle in front? A. It helps you see further ahead. B. Stopping distance and risk of collision. C. It improves fuel efficiency. D. It makes your journey quicker. Answers is B. Stopping distance and risk of collision. Driving too close tailgating significantly reduces your stopping distance and reaction time, greatly increasing the risk of a collision if the vehicle in front brakes suddenly. Question 59. What does this sign indicate about lane usage? A. Lanes closed ahead. B. Of movement in lanes. C. Maximum speed in each lane. D. Traffic congestion ahead. Answers is B, of movement in lanes. This information sign shows the permitted directions of movement for vehicles in each lane at an upcoming junction or section of road. Drivers must choose the correct lane for their intended direction. Question 60. What does this sign warn about ahead? A. Wild animals crossing. B. Cattle or farm animals crossing. C. Farm machinery crossing. D. Pedestrian crossing. Answers is B. Cattle or farm animals crossing. This sign warns of cattle crossing or other farm animals that may be on or near the road. You should slow down, be prepared to stop, and give animals plenty of space. Question 61. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Start of a priority road. B. End of priority road. C. Give way ahead. D. No entry. Answers is B. End of priority road. This sign indicates the end of priority road. From this point, you no longer have priority over traffic from minor roads, and normal priority rules apply. Question 62. What should you do if your brakes suddenly fail while driving? A. Engage reverse gear immediately. B. Pump the brake pedal and apply the handbrake gently. C. Steer into oncoming traffic to slow down. D. Turn off the engine immediately. Answers is B. Pump the brake pedal and apply the handbrake gently. If your brakes fail, pump the pedal rapidly. If that doesn't work, engage a lower gear and apply the handbrake gently, gradually increasing pressure to slow down without skidding. Steer to safety. Question 63. What does this sign indicate about the junction? A. Straight ahead only. B. Turn right or left only. C. U-turn permitted. D. No turns allowed. Answers is B. Turn right or left only. This mandatory sign indicates that you must either turn right or turn left. You are not permitted to proceed straight ahead at this junction. Question 64. What does this sign signify? A. U-turn permitted. B. No U-turn. C. Turn left ahead. D. No entry. Answers is B. No U-turn. This prohibitory sign means no U-turn. You are not permitted to make a U-turn at this point on the road. Question 65. What does this sign indicate for pedestrians? A. No pedestrian access. B. Pedestrian crossing ahead. C. Pedestrian zone only. D. Children crossing. Answers is B. Pedestrian crossing ahead. This information sign indicates a pedestrian crossing ahead. Drivers should be prepared for pedestrians to cross the road. Pedestrians should look for approaching traffic. Question 66. What is the rule for following distances? A. Stay 2 car lengths behind. B. Allow 2 seconds to pass a fixed point. C. Brake 2 seconds before stopping. D. React within 2 seconds of a hazard. Answers is B. Allow 2 seconds to pass a fixed point. The rule is a method to estimate a safe following distance. Choose a fixed point, and you should pass it at least 2 seconds after the vehicle in front. Question 67. What does this sign tell you about the road ahead? A. Road closed. B. Road works ahead. C. Uneven road surface. D. New road layout. Answers is B. Road works ahead. This sign warns of road works ahead. You should slow down, be prepared for temporary traffic management, narrowed lanes, workers and machinery on or near the road. Question 68. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A. Turn right only. B. Pass obstacle on the right. C. Road narrows on the right. D. Keep right. Answers is B. Pass obstacle on the right. This mandatory sign indicates that you must pass an obstacle such as a traffic island or road furniture on the right side. Do not pass on the left. Question 69. What does this sign indicate? A. You have priority. B. Oncoming traffic has priority. C. No entry. D. Stop and give way. Answers is B. Oncoming traffic has priority. This sign indicates that you must give way to oncoming traffic. It's often found on narrow bridges or road sections where only one vehicle can pass at a time. Question 70. What should you do if your tire bursts while driving? A. Brake hard and stop quickly. B. Grip the steering wheel firmly and ease off the accelerator. C. Accelerate to maintain control. D. Steer sharply towards the hard shoulder. Answers is B. Grip the steering wheel firmly and ease off the accelerator. If a tire bursts, grip the steering wheel firmly to maintain control. Ease off the accelerator gradually and steer gently to a safe place to stop. Avoid harsh braking or sudden steering. Question 71. What does this sign mean for a road user? A. No overtaking ahead. B. End of no overtaking restriction. C. Start of overtaking lane. D. Overtaking only. Answers is B. End of no overtaking restriction. This sign indicates the end of no overtaking restriction. From this point, overtaking is generally permitted again, unless other signs or road markings prohibit it. Question 72. What does this sign warn drivers about? A. Domestic animals crossing. B. Wild animals crossing. C. Zebra crossing ahead. D. Zoo entrance. Answers is B. Wild animals crossing. This sign warns of wild crossing the road, typically in rural or wooded areas. You should slow down, be vigilant, especially at dawn or dusk, and be prepared to stop. Question 73. What does this sign indicate about the road layout? A. One-way street. B. Dead end straight ahead. C. No entry. D. Ahead. Answers is B. Dead end straight ahead. This information sign indicates that the road straight ahead is a dead end no-through road. You will need to turn off before this point. Question 74. What should you do when driving in dense fog? A. Use full beam headlights. B. Use fog lights and slow down. C. Drive close to the vehicle ahead. D. Turn off your lights to avoid glare. Answers is B. Use fog lights and slow down. In dense fog, reduce your speed, use your dipped headlights, and if visibility is seriously generally below 100 meters, switch on your front and rear fog lights. Increase following distance. Question 75. What does this sign mean for drivers? A. Turn left only. B. Pass obstacle on the left. C. Road narrows on the left. D. Keep left. Answers is B. Pass obstacle on the left. This mandatory sign indicates that you must pass an obstacle such as a traffic island or road furniture on the left side. Do not pass on the right. Question 76. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Railway crossing. B. Railway crossing. C. Tram crossing ahead. D. Level crossing with barriers. Answers is B, railway crossing. This sign warns of a railway crossing ahead, typically without barriers or gates. Be extra vigilant for multiple trains and prepare to stop, look and listen before crossing. Question 77. What does this sign mean for drivers? A. Oncoming traffic has priority. B. Priority over oncoming traffic. C. Give way. D. No entry. Answers is B, priority over oncoming traffic. This sign indicates priority over oncoming traffic. You have the right of way over vehicles approaching from the opposite direction, typically in narrow sections of road or bridges. Question 78. What should you do if a pedestrian steps into the road ahead of you unexpectedly? A. Sound your horn loudly. B. Brake sharply and stop if safe. C. Swerve around them quickly. D. Accelerate to pass before they cross. Answers is B, brake sharply and stop if safe. Your priority is to avoid a collision. Brake sharply and stop if safe to do so. Swerving could put you into the path of other traffic. Give way to pedestrians. Question 79. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Motorway ahead. B. Road for motor vehicles. C. No entry for vehicles. D. Bus lane ahead. Answers is B, road for motor vehicles. This sign indicates the start of a road intended only for motor vehicles. Certain vehicles like pedestrians, cyclists, mopeds are prohibited. Question 80. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A. Sound horn if necessary. B. No sounding of horn. C. Horns mandatory. D. Warning sign for horn use. Answers is B, no sounding of horn. This sign means no sounding of horn. You must not use your horn in this area, typically in residential areas or near hospitals, unless there is an immediate danger. Question 81. What does this sign mean for parking? A. No parking. B. No stopping. C. Loading zone. D. Parking for taxis only. Answers is B, no stopping. This sign means no stopping. You are not permitted to stop your vehicle at any time, even briefly, at this location. This is usually by double red lines. Question 82. What does this sign warn about? A. Strong headwinds. B. Side wind. C. Falling rocks. D. Low-flying aircraft. Answers is B, side wind. This sign warns of a side wind hazard, often found on exposed roads, bridges, or tunnels. Be prepared for sudden gusts of wind that could push your vehicle sideways. Question 83. What should you do if a large animal is in the road ahead? A. Sound your horn repeatedly. B. Slow down, stop if necessary and assess danger. C. Accelerate to get past quickly. D. Flash your headlights to scare it away. Answers is B. Slow down, stop if necessary and assess danger. Large animals can be unpredictable. Slow down, stop if necessary, and use your hazard lights to warn others. Do not try to scare it with your horn or lights, as this could startle it. Question 84. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. No U-turn zone. B. Place for U-turn. C. One-way street. D. Roundabout ahead. Answers is B, place for U-turn. This sign indicates a place for. You are permitted to make a U-turn at this specific location, provided it is safe to do so. Question 85. What does this sign mean for parking? A. Stopping permitted. B. No parking. C. Parking for residents only. D. Loading zone. Answers is B. No parking. This sign means no parking. You are not permitted to park your vehicle at this location, though stopping briefly to pick off passengers or goods might be allowed, depending on local rules. Question 86. What is by this sign? A. Hospital entrance. B. First aid post. C. Emergency telephone. D. Police station. Answers is B. First aid post. This sign indicates a first aid post. It directs drivers to a location where medical assistance can be obtained, typically in rural areas or near specific events. Question 87. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. No U-turn zone. B. U-turn zone. C. Turn left only. D. Roundabout ahead. Answers is B. U-turn zone. This sign indicates a zone. It allows drivers to safely make a U-turn within the area, provided it is clear and safe to do so. Question 88. What should you do before overtaking a cyclist? A. Sound your horn. B. Check mirrors, signal and give space. C. Speed up to pass quickly. D. Wait until they stop. Answers is B. Check mirrors, signal and give space. Before overtaking a cyclist, check your mirrors, signal your intention, and ensure there is plenty of room to pass safely. Give them as much room as you would a car. Question 89. What does this sign indicate about parking? A. Parking on pavement. B. Parallel parking to carriageway. C. Perpendicular parking. D. No parking. Answers is B. Parallel parking to carriageway. This plate is an additional information plate indicating the method of parking. It shows that vehicles should be parked parallel to the edge of the carriageway. Question 90. What does this sign indicate? A. First aid post. B. Hospital. C. Medical supplies. D. Doctor on call. Answers is B. Hospital. This sign indicates a hospital nearby. It alerts drivers to the presence of a hospital and may be accompanied by no sounding of horn restrictions. Question 91. What should you do if your car starts to skid on ice? A. Brake hard immediately. B. Steer gently into the skid. C. Accelerate to gain traction. D. Steer sharply away from the skid. Answers is B. Steer gently into the skid. If your car skids, ease off the accelerator and do not brake. Steer gently into the direction of the skid, the way the back of the car is moving to regain control. Question 92. What does this sign warn about? A. Uneven road surface. B. Falling rocks. C. Loose gravel. D. Steep descent. Answers is B. Falling rocks. This sign warns of falling rocks or debris from a cliff or hillside. You should be cautious, reduce speed, and be prepared for obstructions on the road. Question 93. What does this sign indicate about the road you are joining? A. Right turn prohibited. B. Exit onto a one-way road right. C. Two-way traffic ahead. D. Roundabout ahead. Answers is B. Exit onto a one-way road right. This sign indicates that you are exiting onto a one-way road where traffic flows to the right. Be aware of the direction of traffic flow once you join. Question 94. What does this sign indicate? A. Speed limit 300. B. Distance to object. C. No stopping for. D. Road closed in. Answers is B. Distance to object. This additional information plate indicates the distance to object. It means the hazard or instruction by the main sign is 300 meters ahead. Question 95. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A. Maximum speed limit 50. B. Minimum speed limit 50. C. Recommended speed 50. D. End of speed limit. Answers is B. Minimum speed limit 50. This mandatory sign indicates a minimum speed limit of 50, or you must not drive below this speed unless conditions make it unsafe to do so. Question 96. What should you do before reversing your vehicle? A. Sound your horn repeatedly. B. Check all around for hazards. C. Flash your headlights. D. Open the driver's door for a better view. Answers is B. Check all around for hazards. Before reversing, check all around your vehicle carefully for pedestrians, cyclists, or other vehicles, especially children who may be out of sight. Question 97. What does this sign warn about ahead? A. Road works ahead. B. Traffic congestion. C. Lane closure. D. Narrow bridge. Answers is B. Traffic congestion. This sign warns of traffic congestion or a potential for queues ahead. You should be prepared to slow down or stop and increase your following distance. Question 98. What does this sign indicate for public transport? A. No public transport. B. Road with a lane for public transport. C. Public transport parking. D. Public transport priority. Answers is B. Road with a lane for public transport. This information sign indicates a road with a lane for public transport vehicles. Be aware of buses or trams using lanes, and do not enter them unless permitted. Question 99. What does this sign indicate? A. Parking always permitted. B. Time of application weekdays. C. Weekend parking only. D. Daylight hours only. Answers is B. Time of application weekdays. This additional information plate indicates the time of application for the main sign. The days of the week symbol usually means the rule applies Monday to Friday, typically during business hours. Question 100. What does this sign signify? A. Mobile phone signal area. B. Telephone. C. Information point. D. Emergency stop. Answers is B. Telephone. This service sign indicates a telephone facility is available, often an emergency telephone on motorways or in remote areas. Question 101. What should you do if your vehicle breaks down on a motorway? A. Try to fix it yourself on the hard shoulder. B. Switch on hazard lights, get out and stand clear. C. Stay inside your vehicle and wait. D. Walk to the nearest service station. Answers is B. Switch on hazard lights, get out and stand clear. If you break down on a motorway, switch on your hazard lights, get everyone out of the vehicle via the side, and stand clear behind a barrier if possible. Use an emergency phone or mobile to call for help. Question 102. What does this sign mean for drivers of certain vehicles? A. Motorcycles only. B. No entry for motorcycles. C. Motorcycle parking. D. Motorcycles turn left. Answers is B. No entry for motorcycles. This sign prohibits the entry of motorcycles. Motorcyclists must find an alternative route. Question 103. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Slippery road. B. Change of road surface. C. Uneven road. D. Road closed. Answers is B. Change of road surface. This sign warns of a change of road surface ahead, which could affect grip and vehicle handling. You should adjust your speed and driving style accordingly. Question 104. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A. No parking. B. Parking place ahead. C. Car park entrance. D. Disabled parking only. Answers is B. Parking place ahead. This information sign indicates a parking place ahead. It informs drivers of an upcoming area for parking. Question 105. What does this sign warn about ahead? A. Strong crosswinds. B. Low-flying aircraft. C. Airport ahead. D. Dangerous airfield. Answers is B. Low-flying aircraft. This sign warns of low-flying aircraft or sudden aircraft noise, typically found near airfields. It advises drivers to be aware of potential distractions and noise. Question 106. What should you do if you are driving on a motorway and fog suddenly descends? A. Turn on full beam headlights. B. Slow down, use fog lights, increase gap. C. Pull over onto the hard shoulder immediately. D. Follow the tail lights of the vehicle in front closely. Answers is B. Slow down, use fog lights, increase gap. In sudden fog, reduce your speed immediately. Switch on your dipped headlights and fog lights front and rear. Increase your distance from the vehicle in front. Question 107. What does this sign indicate about the lane? A. Lane closed. B. Direction of movement in lane. C. Shared lane. D. One-way lane. Answers is B. Direction of movement in lane. This information sign indicates the direction of movement in lane. It shows the permitted direction for vehicles in that specific lane, often at junctions or road splits. Question 108. What does this sign warn about? A. Road humps. B. Or bad road surface. C. Uneven road. D. Roadworks. Answers is B. Or bad road surface. This sign warns of or a generally bad road surface ahead. You should reduce your speed to avoid damage to your vehicle and maintain control. Question 109. What does this sign indicate about the end of the road? A. One-way street to the right. B. Dead end to the right. C. Right turn compulsory. D. Parking on the right. Answers is B. Dead end to the right. This information sign indicates that the road to the right is a dead end no-through road. You will need to turn or find another route if you wish to proceed. Question 110. When is it acceptable to use your hazard warning lights? A. When parked illegally for a short time. B. When your vehicle is causing a temporary obstruction. C. When driving in heavy rain. D. When indicating a right turn. Answers is B. when your vehicle is causing a temporary obstruction. Hazard warning lights should only be used when your vehicle is stationary and temporarily obstructing traffic, or when you are braking down on a fast road, not for parking illegally. Question 111. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Start of a road for motor vehicles. B. End of a road for motor vehicles. C. Motorway ahead. D. No entry for motor vehicles. Answers is B. End of a road for motor vehicles. This sign indicates the end of a road for motor vehicles. From this point, specific restrictions that apply only to motor vehicles may no longer be in force. Question 112. What does this sign indicate for road users? A. No pedestrian access. B. Pedestrian track mandatory. C. Pedestrian crossing ahead. D. Shared path for pedestrians and cyclists. Answers is B. Pedestrian track mandatory. This sign indicates a mandatory pedestrian track. Pedestrians must use this track where provided, and vehicles are generally prohibited from entering it. Question 113. What does this sign tell you about the road ahead? A. Bridge ahead. B. Embankment or quayside ahead. C. Steep drop. D. Road leading to a ferry. Answers is B. Embankment or quayside ahead. This sign warns of an embankment or quayside ahead, indicating a danger of driving into water. Drive with extreme caution and be aware of slippery surfaces. Question 114. What is by this sign? A. Road closed. B. Direction of the priority road. C. One-way system. D. Major road ahead. Answers is B. Direction of the priority road. This additional information plate indicates the direction of the priority road at a complex junction. It helps drivers on a priority road understand their route through the intersection. Question 115. What should you do if you encounter a slow-moving vehicle displaying a long vehicle sign? A. Overtake immediately. B. Be aware of its length when overtaking. C. Sound your horn to speed it up. D. Stay very close behind it. Answers is B. Be aware of its length when overtaking. Long vehicles require more time and space to maneuver and overtake. Be patient, ensure you have sufficient clear road ahead before attempting to overtake. Question 116. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Bridge ahead. B. Tunnel ahead. C. Underpass. D. Low headroom. Answers is B. Tunnel ahead. This sign warns of a tunnel ahead. You should switch on your dipped headlights before entering, remove sunglasses, and be aware of changes in light levels and potential air pressure changes. Question 117. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. No overtaking for goods vehicles. B. End of no overtaking for goods vehicles. C. Goods vehicle lane. D. Goods vehicles must turn right. Answers is B. End of no overtaking for goods vehicles. This sign indicates the end of no overtaking restriction for goods vehicles. Goods vehicles are now permitted to overtake again, subject to general road rules. Question 118. What does this sign indicate? A. Restaurant. B. Hotel or motel. C. Guest house. D. Bed and breakfast. Answers is B. Hotel or motel. This service sign indicates a hotel or motel is available. It guides drivers to accommodation. Question 119. What is the correct procedure for stopping at a zebra crossing? A. Stop only if pedestrians are halfway across. B. Stop if pedestrians are waiting to cross. C. Drive through quickly if no one is on the crossing. D. Sound your horn to warn pedestrians. Answers is B. Stop if pedestrians are waiting to cross. You must give way to pedestrians on a zebra crossing. If pedestrians are waiting to cross, you must stop and let them cross. Never wave them across, they might not see other traffic. Question 120. What does this sign mean for tractor drivers? A. Tractors only. B. No entry for tractors. C. Tractor turning point. D. Slow down for tractors. Answers is B. No entry for tractors. This sign prohibits the entry of tractors. Tractor drivers must find an alternative route. Question 121. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Single dangerous curve to the right. B. Series of dangerous curves first to the right. C. Hairpin bend to the right. D. Winding road, direction uncertain. Answers is B. Series of dangerous curves first to the right. This sign warns of a series of dangerous curves, with the first bend being to the right. You should reduce speed and be prepared for multiple changes in road direction. Question 122. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. Applies to right. B. Direction of application left. C. Straight ahead only. D. No entry to the left. Answers is B. Direction of application left. This additional information plate indicates the direction of application for the main sign. The rule or hazard applies specifically to the left. Question 123. What does this sign indicate about the junction ahead? A. No entry. B. Traffic light ahead. C. Roundabout ahead. D. Pedestrian crossing. Answers is B. Traffic light ahead. This sign warns of a traffic light ahead. You should be prepared to slow down and stop, especially if the lights are red or amber. Question 124. What should you do if you miss your motorway exit? A. Reverse on the hard shoulder. B. Continue to the next exit. C. Stop and ask for directions. D. Make a U-turn at the next gap. Answers is B. Continue to the next exit. Never reverse on a motorway or attempt to cross lanes dangerously. Continue to the next exit and find a safe and legal way to your journey. Question 125. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Start of motorway. B. End of motorway. C. Motorway service area. D. Toll road ends. Answers is B. End of motorway. This sign indicates the end of motorway. Normal road rules and speed limits will apply from this point onwards. Question 126. What does this sign mean for drivers? A. Snow chains prohibited. B. Movement with snow chains mandatory. C. Winter tires recommended. D. Icy road ahead. Answers is B. Movement with snow chains mandatory. This mandatory sign indicates that movement with snow chains is required beyond this point, typically in mountainous or heavily regions. Question 127. What does this sign warn about? A. Tunnel ahead. B. Drawbridge ahead. C. Ferry crossing. D. Bridge closed. Answers is B. Drawbridge ahead. This sign warns of a drawbridge ahead, which may open to allow water traffic to pass. You should be prepared to stop and wait when the bridge is opening or closing. Question 128. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Next junction. B. Distance to object at junction right. C. Speed limit 250. D. Road ends in. Answers is B. Distance to object at junction right. This additional information plate indicates the distance to object at the junction, specifically to the right, which is 250 meters. The main science warning applies to that junction. Question 129. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. Pass on the left only. B. Pass obstacle on either side. C. No passing. D. Road narrows from both sides. Answers is B. Pass obstacle on either side. This mandatory sign indicates that you may pass obstacle on either side. This is typically used for traffic islands where vehicles can safely pass on both left and right. Question 130. What is the primary danger when driving in icy conditions? A. Engine overheating. B. Loss of traction and increased stopping distance. C. Tire punctures. D. Fuel efficiency. Answers is B. Loss of traction and increased stopping distance. Icy conditions severely reduce tire grip, leading to a significant loss of traction for both steering and braking. This increases stopping distances and the risk of skidding. Question 131. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. End of all restrictions. B. Other danger accident-prone area. C. Road closed due to danger. D. Emergency stop ahead. Answers is B. Other danger accident-prone area. This sign indicates other danger or an accident-prone area. It alerts drivers to a specific hazard not covered by other standard signs and requires extra caution. Question 132. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A. One-way street. B. Reversible lane road. C. Road closed. D. Motorway ahead. Answers is B. Reversible lane road. This information sign indicates a reversible lane road. The direction of traffic flow in one or more lanes can be changed, usually controlled by overhead signals. Question 133. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. No trailers allowed. B. Type of vehicle with trailer. C. Trailer parking only. D. Trailers turn right. Answers is B. Type of vehicle with trailer. This additional information plate indicates the type of vehicle to which the main sign applies. In this case, it refers specifically to vehicles with trailers. Question 134. What does this sign indicate about the approach to a railway crossing? A. Crossing ahead. B. Approach to railway crossing one stripe right. C. Level crossing with barriers. D. Pedestrian crossing. Answers is B. Approach to railway crossing one stripe right. This sign indicates the approach to a railway crossing with one stripe, meaning you are close to the crossing, and it's on the right side of the road as by the stripe direction. Question 135. What is the purpose of chevron markings on the road? A. To indicate a parking zone. B. To separate traffic lanes or discourage entry. C. To warn of speed cameras. D. To mark cycle lanes. Answers is B. To separate traffic lanes or discourage entry. Chevron markings are used to separate opposing flows of traffic, protect vehicles turning right, or indicate areas where vehicles should not enter, such as slip road junctions or between lanes. Question 136. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Start of reversible lane. B. End of reversible lane road. C. Lane closed. D. One-way street ends. Answers is B. End of reversible lane road. This information sign indicates the end of reversible lane road. The special rules for reversible lanes no longer apply from this point. Question 137. What does this sign indicate for public transport passengers? A. No bus stop. B. Bus stop ahead. C. Bus lane ahead. D. Bus depot. Answers is B. Bus stop ahead. This information sign indicates a bus stop ahead. Drivers should be aware of buses stopping and passengers potentially crossing the road. Question 138. What does this sign indicate about parking? A. No parking on even days. B. No parking on days. C. Parking limited to 1 hour. D. Parking on weekdays only. Answers is B. No parking on days. This prohibitory sign means no parking on days E, G, of the month. This is often used for alternate side parking rules. Question 139. What does this sign signify? A. Hotel. B. Tourist base. C. Camping site. D. Information center. Answers is B. Tourist base. This service sign indicates a tourist base or tourist information point, guiding drivers to for tourists. Question 140. When is it safe to overtake on the left? A. When the vehicle in front is slow. B. When in a queue and the right lane is slower. C. Only on motorways. D. Never. Answers is B. When in a queue and the right lane is slower. Generally, you should only overtake on the right. However, if traffic is moving in queues and the queue on your right is moving slower than your queue, you may pass on the left. Question 141. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Traffic congestion. B. Road traffic accident concentration area. C. Roadworks ahead. D. Emergency lane. Answers is B. Road traffic accident concentration area. This sign warns of a road traffic accident concentration area, meaning there's a higher risk of accidents. Drive with increased caution and attention. Question 142. What does this sign mean for public transport passengers? A. Bus stop ahead. B. Tram stop ahead. C. No trams. D. Tram depot. Answers is B. Tram stop ahead. This information sign indicates a tram stop ahead. Drivers should be aware of trams stopping and passengers potentially getting on or off and crossing the road. Question 143. What does this sign mean for parking? A. No parking on odd days. B. No parking on days. C. Parking limited to 2 hours. D. Parking on weekends only. Answers is B, no parking on days. This prohibitory sign means no parking on days E, G, of the month. This is often used for alternate side parking rules. Question 144. What does this sign warn about ahead? A. Minor road from the right. B. Minor road adjoins from the left. C. Major road ahead. D. Roundabout on the left. Answers is B. Minor road adjoins from the left. This sign warns that a minor road adjoins or merges from the left. Be aware of traffic joining the main road from this side, and be prepared to adjust your speed. Question 145. What should you do if your car starts to overheat? A. Continue driving to your destination. B. Pull over safely and turn off the engine. C. Immediately open the radiator cap. D. Pour cold water directly onto the engine. Answers is B. Pull over safely and turn off the engine. If your car overheats, pull over safely as soon as possible, turn off the engine, and allow it to cool down. Do not open the radiator cap while the engine is hot, as hot fluid can scald you. Question 146. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. Turn right only. B. Direction of movement in lanes left. C. Left lane closed. D. No left turn. Answers is B. Direction of movement in lanes left. This information sign indicates the direction of movement in lanes, specifically showing that the leftmost lane allows traffic to proceed straight or turn left. Question 147. What does this sign indicate for public transport passengers? A. Bus stop ahead. B. Stop ahead. C. No. D. Depot. Answers is B. Stop ahead. This information sign indicates a stop ahead. Drivers should be aware of stopping and passengers potentially getting on or off and crossing the road. Question 148. What does this sign signify? A. Hotel. B. Camping or caravan site. C. Picnic area. D. Tourist information. Answers is B. Camping or caravan site. This service sign indicates a camping or caravan site is available, guiding drivers to recreational. Question 149. What does this sign indicate about the junction ahead? A. Lane ends on left. B. Beginning of additional lane left. C. Left turn only lane. D. Road narrows on left. Answers is B. Beginning of additional lane left. This information sign indicates the beginning of an additional lane on the left side of the road. This typically means the road is widening, offering more capacity. Question 150. What does this sign warn about for cyclists? A. No cycling. B. Cycle crossing indicator. C. Cycle lane ahead. D. Cyclists dismount. Answers is B. Cycle crossing indicator. This information sign indicates a cycle crossing and acts as an indicator. Drivers should be aware of cyclists crossing the road at this point and give way to them.